Jennifer loved her grandpa. Everyone called him Pops. Pops always had time for Jennifer. He listened to her stories. He told her stories too. Funny stories about his childhood, stories about her father growing up. Jennifer loved those stories. Pops was special. Jennifer and Pops had a routine. Every Sunday they would bake cookies. Chocolate chip were their favorite. Pops would let Jennifer lick the spoon. They would laugh. The kitchen smelled like sweet happiness. Those were good times. After baking, Pops and Jennifer would go into the living room. Pops would sit in his rocking chair. Jennifer would sit at his feet. He would read her stories, adventures, mysteries, and fairy tales. Jennifer would listen with wide eyes. Pops made the stories come alive. Pops was more than just her grandfather. He was her confidant, her friend. He was her hero. She cherished their bond, and she knew deep down he felt the same. One hot summer day, Jennifer was bored. Her parents were at work. Pops was out in the garden. She wandered around the house looking for something to do. Her eyes fell upon the attic door. The attic was forbidden. Pops always kept it locked. Jennifer was curious. What was up there? She tried the doorknob. Locked. She looked around for the key. Her eyes spotted a small, rusty key hidden on a shelf. Her heart pounded in her chest. She grabbed the key and ran up the stairs. She slid the key into the lock. It creaked open. The attic was dark and dusty. Cobwebs hung from the rafters. Jennifer stepped inside. The air was thick with the smell of mothballs. Old furniture loomed in the shadows. Boxes stacked high against the walls. In the center of the attic, a trunk sat alone. A large leather trunk with brass clasps. Jennifer knew this was what Pops was hiding. Jennifer knelt before the trunk. Her fingers traced the worn leather. The clasps were unlocked. She lifted the heavy lid. The scent of old wood and paper wafted up. Inside, she found treasures, faded photographs, yellowed letters, and a small velvet pouch. Jennifer reached for the pouch. Inside, nestled in soft velvet, was a medal, a silver star. Jennifer's breath caught in her throat. She knew about the silver star. It was given for bravery in battle. But Pops never talked about the war. Underneath the medal, a name was engraved on the velvet. The name was not Pop's name. It was a name Jennifer had never heard before. Confusion washed over her. Who was this medal for? And why did Pops have it? Jennifer carefully placed the medal back in the pouch. She closed the trunk and crept out of the attic. Her mind raced with questions. She needed answers. She had to know the truth. But who could she ask? Pops was the only one who knew. Jennifer couldn't concentrate. Pops's secret gnawed at her. She found herself staring at him, searching for clues, trying to reconcile the gentle cookie-baking grandpa with the soldier who earned a silver star. Days turned into weeks. Jennifer couldn't let it go. She decided to confide in her grandmother. Grandma listened patiently. Her eyes filled with a strange sadness. When Jennifer finished, Grandma sighed. "Your grandfather has always carried a heavy burden," Grandma said softly. "The war changed him. He doesn't talk about it, not even to me." Grandma took Jennifer's hand. "He's a good man, remember that." Jennifer left her grandmother's room, more confused than ever. She realized Pop's past was a mystery she was determined to unravel. She wanted to understand. She wanted to help him heal. Section 5. A Hidden Life. Jennifer went to the library. She researched the Silver Star Medal. She learned it was awarded for gallantry in action, for risking your life to save others. Jennifer's admiration for her grandfather grew. She also researched the name engraved on the velvet pouch. She discovered it belonged to a young soldier, a soldier who died in the war, a soldier who served with Pops. Jennifer's heart ached for this unknown hero. Jennifer realized the truth. Pops had been carrying a secret for a long time, a secret about his time in the war, a secret about the soldier who never came home, a secret that haunted him. Jennifer knew she had to tread carefully. This wasn't her story to tell, but she also knew she couldn't ignore it. She loved her grandfather, and she wanted to help him find peace. Jennifer chose a quiet Sunday afternoon. After their cookie-baking ritual, she sat with Pops in the living room. He looked at her, his eyes filled with love and concern. "What is it, my dear?" he asked. Jennifer took a deep breath. "Pops," she began, her voice trembling slightly. "I found something in the attic." She paused, unsure how to continue. Pops remained silent, his gaze steady. Jennifer gathered her courage. "I found a silver star," she said softly. "And a name that wasn't yours." Pops's face turned pale. He looked away, his jaw clenched tight. Jennifer's heart ached for him. "Pops," Jennifer whispered, reaching for his hand. "Who was he?" The question hung in the air between them. The silence stretched on, filled with unspoken pain and regret. Finally, Pops spoke, his voice a low rumble. Pops looked at Jennifer. His eyes were filled with pain. He began to tell his story. He spoke of the war, the horrors he witnessed, the friends he lost. And then he spoke of the soldier whose name was on the medal, his best friend. Pops blamed himself for his friend's death. He believed he could have saved him. He carried the guilt and grief with him for years, keeping it bottled up inside, afraid to share his burden. Jennifer listened intently. Her heart ached for her grandfather. She realized his silence was his way of coping, his way of honoring his friend's memory. When he finished his story, Jennifer hugged him tightly. "It's okay, Pops," she whispered. "You were a hero. You did your best, and your friend wouldn't want you to blame yourself." Pops returned her embrace. Tears streamed down his face. Years of pain and guilt seemed to melt away. Jennifer's discovery changed everything. It didn't erase the past, but it brought Pops's secret into the light. It allowed him to finally grieve for his friend, and it brought Jennifer and Pops even closer together. Jennifer learned that families are complicated. They keep secrets, they carry burdens, but through it all, love and understanding prevail. She learned that forgiveness is a powerful gift, a gift we give ourselves and others. Jennifer realized that Pops's story wasn't just about war and loss. It was about love, sacrifice, and the enduring power of friendship. It was a story she would carry with her always, a story that reminded her of the importance of family. Pops lived a long and happy life. He shared his story with the rest of the family. It was painful at first, but it brought them all closer. They honored his friend's memory, remembering his sacrifice. Jennifer never forgot what she learned. She learned that everyone has a story. She learned that judging others is easy, but understanding takes courage. And she learned that forgiveness is the key to healing. Jennifer often thought about the soldier whose name was on the medal. She visited his grave. She told him about Pops. She thanked him for his service, and she promised to keep his memory alive. Pop's secret became a family legacy, a reminder of the importance of courage, compassion, and forgiveness. It was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, love and hope can prevail.